you're looking for a decent budget personal item that will fit under the seat on most airlines, the Ecohub travel backpack is a good option. Because not every travel backpack needs to be expensive, today I want to show you two personal item sized travel backpacks that do a great job on maximizing packable space while also having a lot of small gear organization. I've had a chance to test these as personal items on several flights. They're not as high quality as much more expensive packs, but they hold a lot of gear, they fit under the seat on most airlines, and I think they are a good budget option for minimalist travelers. I have two size options on the Ecohub travel backpack to show you. They're both personal item size. The larger red one here, 30 liters. This is the 18-inch size, exact dimensions of many budget airlines in the US like Frontier and Sprint. And then the smaller blue one here, this is the 25-liter 17-inch. This is gonna work on more restrictive airlines like Avianca and JetBlue. But keep in mind that there's almost as many bag dimension policies as there are airlines. There's going to be airlines that have even more restrictive baggage policies that these are still going to be too big to fit on depending on your ticket and the airplane you're flying. One note about Ryanair specifically, their published dimensions are actually smaller than the bag sizer, published at 40, 25, 20, but in real life their sizer is actually 42, 30 by 20. Technically, the 17-inch Ecohub is still a little bit over the limit on the length, about half an inch, a little over 1 centimeter. However, this bag is very soft, so if you don't overpack it, I think it'll work just fine. As far as capacity goes, like I said earlier, these do a great job on maximizing packable space. The shape is rectangular, making the bag very basic looking and boxy, but this is the best shape for maximizing interior volume for the size. The capacity on the blue one is listed at 25 liters, 30 liters for the red one, which is about the highest capacity you can get for bags of this size. However, I do always like to test the capacity on the bags I'm reviewing. So starting out with the red one, I'll fill it with packing peanuts and see how many liters it fits up in my marked container. This is the 18-inch packed with 30 liters of packing peanuts, and you can see it's actually a little bit underpacked, so I probably could have gotten maybe 2 or 3 more liters in there. However, this bag is really soft, so you could start getting some bulging. So I'd say 30 liters is probably pretty close. Now I'll dump this into the 25-liter pack and see how many liters of peanuts we have left over. This is the 17-inch. Got this thing as full as I could get, pretty packed out. It's actually fuller than I got the other one. And you can see I didn't get the full 30 liters in here. There's still about 8 liters left. So only got about 22 liters in here. So their estimate of 25 was a little bit high. And I'd say their estimate on the red bag was a little bit low. So I'll call this one 22 and I'll call that one 32. Actually might have overpacked this thing a little bit in the depth dimension because I put a lot of peanuts in this front pocket here. So this thing should really easily fit in my personal item sizer box. And it definitely does fit with plenty of room here on the length. However, I made it a little bit fat, so kind of having a hard time getting in there depth-wise. So just a word of caution with these bags, they're really soft-sided. Just make sure you don't overpack them, because if you do, they might not fit in the sizer. As far as the materials and the construction go, remember this is a budget backpack, so the quality, fabric, and materials are going to be noticeably lower quality than much more expensive bags. And as their namesake suggests, these are going to be recycled fabrics. They use kind of a mid-weight basic polyester here. Their zippers and hardware, this is SBS zippers, which are still decent, but not going to be as high quality as YKK. And just to compare it to some very high-end backpacks, these bags are going to be noticeably way better than the Ecohub. However, the price point on these is also extremely higher. Bags like the Evergoods, I have a Tom bin bag here, and this Panda Pack by Pioneer Carry. Definitely noticeable which bag is the budget option. However, price is a trade-off. It's not always necessary to pay $300 for a decent travel backpack. If you just need a good pack to get you out the door, then the Ecohub is more than sufficient to do that. Now looking at the external components, the features and designs between these two bags is identical. It's just the size that's going to be different. They're both going to have 2 front pockets, side water bottle pocket, 4 compression straps, top slash pocket, luggage pass-through sleeve on the back, and a secret pocket back here in the back padding. Top slash pocket is pretty basic. It takes up the volume on this front panel. Obviously, you're going to be a little bigger over here on the bigger bag. Fairly thin, but I think large enough for all your small gear electronics you want easy access to. 2 front pockets here. One is a side access slash pocket. It's fairly thin, but it's pretty large volume. Good for thin items like books or magazines. This other front pocket is almost a full panel zip down here. This thing is going to open all the way. A couple more divider sleeves in here. This large zipper pocket that goes all the way down to the bottom. This thing, you can see from the side, comes out a little bit. This thing actually has its own volume, so lots of room in here if you want to just stack these pockets full of stuff. They're going to stick out of the bag without competing for volume in the main compartment. The blue one's a little small for it, but the red one, you can see it actually has a decent amount of volume in here. So this thing is big enough that if you don't have this thing packed full of small gear, this front pocket is large enough that you could fold up, fit a light jacket in here. The side of the Ecohub, one large stretchy mesh water bottle pocket. And despite these bags being different sizes, these pockets are almost the same size. They're both easily gonna fit a 1 liter Nalgene style water bottle. Both bags have 4 compression straps, 2 on each side. These things do a great job cinching the bag down, really help you squish it down into that personal item sizer box. Also, these can be used if you want to stick larger items in these side water bottle pockets. And because the bag opens clamshell this way, these straps aren't going to be in the way of anything, but the ones on this side, you're going to have to unclip them when you're opening the main compartment. Now coming around back to the carry system on the Ecohub, again, following the budget theme here, just a very simple, basic carry system without a lot of bells and whistles. Shoulder straps, very basic. It's that kind of spongy, squishy, open cell foam with a breathable back meshing. Mesh, basically the same exact material here as on the back padding. I think it's worth noting some of the features that you're not getting compared to a more expensive backpack. For example, sternum strap, and there's no top load adjusters or hip belt option. This is also a frameless bag, so this thin, squishy piece of foam backing is kind of the only structure that this bag has. And this 17-inch version is pretty small, so not gonna have a ton of issues to worry about because you just can't really get this bag too full. But if you notice, you can squish this bag down, so what you have inside the bag is gonna determine how comfortable it is. You can get some rounding back here, and you can get some weird pointy objects poking in your back, depending on how you pack it. I think these bags carry fine without a ton of weight in them. They're a little squishy, but it's just so small you can't get it super heavy. That problem, however, can be exacerbated with this larger size, so you really need to be conscious about what you're gonna be carrying with you. If you have a lot of heavy electronics, a lot of weight in this bag, then you might wanna look for a backpack that has a little bit more structure. Last thing to show you back here is a secret pocket. It's basically located right at the intersection on where this luggage pass-through sleeve is, so it's really hard to see, and its zipper is located behind this flap here, so it's just a little pocket. It's good for storing your passport, travel wallet, etc. And it's also almost impossible to get into this bag from the outside when you're wearing it. Now coming around to the interior organization, probably one of the best things about this bag is just big square rectangle, so it does a great job on maximizing internal packable volume. The design on both bags is the same. Large clamshell zipper going all around the bag, opening up into a large main compartment, basically really similar to the design on a suitcase. On the inside here you have a luggage strap down, stretchy. On the lid side, 2 mesh zipper pockets. And on the inside over here, little stretchy pocket. You can just put gear in there, or that goes up to this little battery pocket if you want to put a battery pack and connect the cord here to your phone. As far as a laptop compartment goes, I mentioned earlier these bags don't have one. However, Ecohub has another model that's very similar in setup to this one. That's going to hold a laptop. So if you tend to carry more electronics, want that extra organization, then go with the other model. So again, just a really simple design, a huge main compartment, really easy to pack and hold a ton of stuff. I've been carrying these bags around, so I want to show you what I put in them and kind of some different packing cube configurations that work with the different size bags. You don't need packing cubes with these, but I think it helps with the organization. This is the smaller 17-inch here. I have the medium Eagle Creek compression cube that fits pretty good in the main compartment, followed up with the small compression cube kind of going the other way. And then you have a little bit of room on here on the top with a sweater, and then my toiletry kit pretty much fills up the main compartment. Over here on the lid side, you can kind of pack this any way you want, but just to make it easier to show you what fits in here, got an e-reader, a couple of snacks in this top pocket, and then Cap 1 pouch by Evergoods. So that smaller bag looks like fully packed out. Stuck a little empty aluminum water bottle in there. The way I have it packed out here right now, I weighed it on my scale. It's about 4.3 kilograms or 9.3 pounds. This is what the bag looks like on me fully packed. You are losing some of the comfort you get on more expensive packs like the top load adjusters, hip belt, some more support in the back. But I find this thing works fine if you just keep the weight down and don't pack the bag too full. So now switching over to the larger bag, this one is a little bit wider, so you could use these same Eagle Creek packing cubes. Those fit in there fine sideways, or I found fits actually a little bit better. This is the Peak Design medium compression cube. And then if you have the small one, stick that right on top and those fit in there perfectly. You can see you still have a little bit of room here on top. This bag is a little bit deeper. So we're gonna put a sweatshirt there, little Tom Talk sling, and then my toiletry bag. This front pocket is a little larger, but I went with almost the same setup. Switched out the pouch, Pioneer carry pouch, some snacks in here, and the same e-reader. This is the larger bag, packed out completely. It's starting to get a little bit more squishy here, but on my travel scale, I weighed this in at 5.8 kilograms or 12.8 pounds. This is the larger bag on me. Again, it's not super heavy, but because it basically has the same carry system as the small one, some of those kind of minor carry comfort issues can get a lot worse on this bag. So I would say if you're getting the larger version, try to keep the weight down as low as you can. Otherwise, it could be a little bit uncomfortable with these thinner straps and no back support. In summary, I think the Ecohub is a good budget backpack. If you just go into this expecting it to be an inexpensive bag that's just got enough features to get you out the door, get you traveling, then I think it could be a good option. However, if you're expecting this to have a lot of the features, carry comfort, out of the bells and whistles of a more expensive pack, then you might be a little bit disappointed. That's all I have for the Ecohub travel backpack. The blue one is the 17-inch, the red one is the 18-inch. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. And again, thanks for watching.